six. Bond stands alone.
Now Booker with Tucker on him. Throws it up for 8. Shot blocked by Antetokounmpo. What a block from Giannis.
17 seconds from game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead.
Minute remaining. And they're putting Curry in the pick and roll, trying to get him on Irving. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure.
Yes, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Taproom Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Jordan. Stacks on Stacks on Stacks. Let's join with my man, Mr. Swerving, Irving, Washington. What's going on tonight?
Chilling.
He said chilling. All right.
Just watch Game 5. The Celtics, man, look like they running out of gas.
Well, I mean, dude, Curry looked like he didn't have any legs either.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that momentarily. But I got to mention, we're being brought to you by Devour. Make sure to go to Devour.com or download the Devour app straight to your mobile device. Use promo code TAPROOM for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. That is craft beer delivered straight to your front door. Use it. I use it. It's good. I vouch for it. Y'all should use it. We're giving you 2 free beers. All you got to use is promo code TAPROOM. With that being said, Irving, Game 5, we're coming off of it. We've had about an hour to kind of think about how the game played out, how the series is kind of played out. What's your thoughts on Game 5 here? You said the Celtics looked like they lost their legs. That's true, but.
Yeah, they put up a good fight. They got down by, 16-18, got back in the game, took a lead, and it was just all downhill from there. The defense got sloppy, lots of turnovers. The Warriors made more shots. I think the momentum swing was at 3 by Poole at the end of the third quarter.
Yep.
And they just took off from there.
Yeah, that 3 at the end, because, I mean, Celtics had done so much to fight back. They've lost every third quarter in the series, and they had a great third quarter. Take a 5-point, or I think it was a 4-point lead was the most they had, and then, Poole hits that 3 at the end of the quarter, bank shot, goes in, Warriors go up 1, and then everything just kind of fell apart for the Celtics. They lost their composure. Marcus Smart gets teed up, which was a bad call. I mean, that shouldn't have been an offensive foul. That was a pretty bad call. But for as much as Marcus Smart flops, like, I'm sorry, bro, like, some are not going to go your way, dude. You know what I mean? So I'm not really.
You remind me of Raja Bell, always flopping everywhere.
Yo, so I wasn't really too concerned about that. But again, dude, I've been saying this all playoffs long. The Celtics need a point guard because when other teams go on runs, they don't have the ability to stop it because they take bad shots because they don't have anyone that can get guys into shots. Jason Tatum, great third quarter, really fell apart in the fourth quarter. He didn't score any points, or I think he scored 3 points. I think he had 3 points in the fourth quarter.
Damn.
But he has to be better, dude. He has not had a great game all series long.
Yeah, he ain't had a good game all series. It's been real up and down for him. A lot of people think it has a lot to do with Wiggins playing really good defense on him, but I don't know. I think he's just missing a lot of shots he was making the whole playoffs, honestly.
I think it's a little bit of both. Obviously at this point you're a little tired. You're a little tired after all the playoff battles and stuff. But this is what separates the greats.
The sweep, they went. Okay, the series with y'all went 7 games. How many games did they go with?
7 with Miami.
Yeah. So they could be a little tired.
Yeah, and but this is what separates the greats from the not. I'm not saying not greats, but
it's just the mental game. You got to be able to push through. And Golden State do got a lot of championship experience, and it's starting to show a little bit in the series because.
I mean, is it though? Because Wiggins was their best player. He has no championship experience, so I don't know. Because Curry was bad tonight, and
they still won.
And that's the thing is, like, if you're Boston, you're going back in Game 6, and you're saying, "Damn, dude, Curry fucking only scored 16 points on 22 shots, and we fucking lost the game." Like,
damn.
that's a bad loss. And Jaylen Brown wasn't good. That dude has the worst handles in basketball. Like, he should not be dribbling the basketball, dude, ever. It's just, I mean, the Celtics team is like, it's mind-boggling, dude, because they're the better team, but they
But you
need a
said it
point
though.
guard.
When they let Game 4 slip away, they might have lost the series.
Yep, they could have been in here up 3-1. They lose tonight. All right, cool. We go back to Boston up 3-2. We'll close it out there. Now it's a must-win situation. They're down 3-2. And then they gotta, if they win that game, they gotta go back to San Francisco for a Game 7. Which, I mean, they won Game 7 on the road at Miami, so they've shown they're capable of doing that. But this Warriors team much better than Miami.
And the last time, well, they don't got no LeBron James, but the last time Warriors had a Game 7 at home, they lost.
That's true. So. I mean, Tatum. I'm not saying Tatum's LeBron, but
Tatum is good.
He's had some great games in this postseason. It just hasn't happened here. And I thought in that third quarter, I was like, okay, this is going to be the Tatum game, dude. Like, he's coming out. He's fucking firing. And then the fourth quarter, it just all went to shit.
Yeah, because he had back-to-back threes. I was like, yeah. But I don't know. If they win the next two, he definitely got to be the best player in the next two games, hands down.
Yeah, he has to. And like I told Ben last night, like, the only value play for if you're betting finals MVP, if you like the Celtics, you might as well just take Jason Tatum to win the MVP. I think it was like plus 180, because if the Celtics are going to win the series, he's going to be the MVP because they need him to be better.
Yeah.
So he got to step up. The Celtics, they got to fucking look in the mirror and figure some shit out. That was ugly.
Yeah, bro. And Horford been playing terrible.
I mean, their whole team been playing terrible, but just a lot of head scratching shit they're doing, dude. I just don't get it. But I mean, like,
yeah, all that drop coverage. Why the hell they keep doing that?
Well, they got out of it. They didn't do it today. They were like, honestly, they didn't play bad defensively. It was just like they were so bad on offense, and a lot of their turnovers. Like in the first half, I think they had 9 turnovers that led to 15 fast break points for the Warriors. Like, that's 15 free buckets. You can't do that. You can't do that in a finals game.
And they were shooting terrible from the free throw line too.
Yeah, they were 44% in the first half from the free throw line. I think they finished the game like 61% or 64%.
Yeah, that's all bad.
Yeah, you just can't do that. You can't do that and expect to win against the team that won the West. Like, these are the best two teams technically.
And your three's not falling, so that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, nasty recipe for disaster. I haven't seen a line now. There's probably one up for Game 6.
It's probably Celtics plus 180, 150. Watch.
Nah, they're gonna be favored.
I know Celtics gonna be the favorite for sure.
Celtics.
I mean minus 180.
Celtics -4.
Oh, okay. That's pretty much a bit of pick 'em.
-4. I mean, it's basically been -4 for every home team, and the team that's won every game is covered. So basically, if you like Golden State to win, you might as well just take them on the money line rather than take the points, so you can get better value. Or if you like the Celtics, you might as well just lay the 4.
Yeah, some dude did a prop bet. He bet $20 and won $250,000.
On what?
Was on I think he guessed the final score right, and then Curry and some other stuff. I was like, damn.
Oh, that's a fucking lottery ticket.
Yeah.
You probably have better odds of going and buying a scratcher and scratching off.
Getting struck by lightning.
Guessing the score. Dude, there's like this new fascination. There's this new fad of what's called same game parlays in baseball. And really only DraftKings offers it. But what they do is you can like parlay players to hit a home run. Like, people are like doing this and they're like, actually, like, yeah, I like this parlay today. It's like, all right, dude, if you hit this, like, that's cool, bro. But this luck is like, no one can look at this and be like, oh man, this guy's gonna hit like guaranteed chance he's gonna hit a home run tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I seen one where dude guessed like 6 players that hit a home run that they did. He won like 100 and some thousand off $5. That shit was crazy.
It's crazy, bro. Just follow gambling Twitter, dude. Some of the fucking plays these dudes be putting up, bro. It's like massive parlays, and they're like, fuck, dude. It's just like, man, it's lucky, dude. You know, at the end of the day,
gotta be lucky at that point.
Hitting stuff like that is lucky, but I mean, winning a single bet isn't always easy. So it is what it is. All right, let's get into some NFL futures, dude. Let's talk some NFC South. So I'm gonna put up the win totals here real quick. We got the Buccaneers 11.5, the Saints at 8, the Panthers at 6, and the Falcons at 5. This is hands down the worst division, like
Yeah.
as far as like win totals are concerned, the worst. Let's start from the bottom to the top. So we'll start with the Atlanta Falcons first.
Under.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you. This team, there's no fucking way they will go over 5 games.
Their defense is going to be terrible. AJ Terrell is stepping up as one of the better corners in the league, but they got to get some more pieces on defense now. What I will tell you, you draft Kyle Pitts, you draft Drake London in your fantasy, they're going to be real good to you. But outside of that, I think this team probably wins 3-4 games max.
You think so?
They're by far the worst team in that division and one of the worst teams in the league right now. They got pieces. It's just they got to bring it all together. And I didn't really like their head coach hire either.
Arthur Smith?
Nah, I didn't like it.
I mean, he was good at Tennessee.
Yeah, but I don't know, just something about that guy I don't like. I don't know.
He made Tannehill look like a fucking all-pro, dude.
Yeah, you see what Tannehill looked like in the playoffs.
Well, that was without him though.
He was there. He did coach the playoffs.
Yeah, but the year before they went to the AFC Championship.
Yeah, I gotta go. All right, I guess I'll give him some credit. He could prove me wrong, but I don't know. I just think it was better. It was better options out there for him.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think he's a good coach. I think they didn't have the talent to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, this was obviously going to be a rebuild, and the only thing I don't understand is, like, why do you draft Desmond Ridder and you sign Marcus Mariota? Is it because all right, you know Mariota's going to get hurt, so you throw Desmond Ridder in there, and then it's like, okay, if he's good, we ride with him in the future, or if he's bad, we draft someone else. But it's like, dude, he's a 3rd-round pick.
Yeah, but it's gonna be I understand that. It's gonna be hard to tell to judge him off 1 year where he's not even supposed to be the starter. Like, the only way you see him playing if Mariota does get hurt. But I don't know. Next year's draft is pretty deep.
It's not a matter of if, Irvin. It's a matter of when Mariota gets hurt.
I don't want Mariota to get hurt, but
nobody does. But he does every year.
But he was pretty healthy with the Raiders. He wasn't.
He got hurt on one play last year. He was out for like 8 weeks.
I didn't know that. I don't really pay attention to them outside when they play us. But damn. But he was with the Raiders for 2 years. It was the first year he stayed healthy. But I don't know, man. I didn't see that one coming. I thought they was gonna hold off for a quarterback in next year's draft. So Ridder could surprise us though. He could be a good QB down the road. But
I mean, he's not set up for success. That offensive line.
Yeah, the offensive line is terrible. Only team gave up more sacks than them, I think, was the Bengals.
Yeah, they're not good.
And the Panthers. I know the Panthers gave up a lot of sacks too. I know those was the top 3 teams that gave up the most sacks. Yeah. So it's not a winning situation. They got the weapons. I don't know what they're gonna do with Calvin Ridley. It talks about them voiding his whole contract after this year because of that gambling stuff, which they can do. It's in the CBA that they can void it on any type of gambling suspensions or violation of league policy. So they're gonna lose Ridley. They got Drake. That's one of the main reasons why they drafted Drake London. I don't know. It's not looking good for the Falcons, honestly.
He said he's not looking good.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like they drafted Drake London because then you have Drake and you have Kyle Pitts. So
that makes sense.
You have 2 good cornerstone pieces as far as like talent, skill position players. And then that's what I was saying. The head scratching thing to me was like Desmond Ridder because I felt like they were going to try to tank for next year and get a quarterback. So it's like, okay, like let's build, because we have a bunch of other holes. Like, let's build over there. Like, let's get offensive line. Let's go defense. Like, they needed a pass rusher. They didn't go pass rusher. Like, they need a lot. And
yeah,
so
he was one of their better pass rushers last year, but he didn't make a lot of noise. But they let Dante Fowler walk too. He went to the Cowboys, so
it's kind of a good. I'd let him walk too.
Yeah, it was better than what they had. So I don't know what they plan on doing, because even in the second round, they got the edge guy. They took a guy from Penn State.
Oh yeah, that's right. And that was he was hold on, who did they take?
Some dude from Penn State named Arnold
Yeah,
Beckety.
yeah, that dude was like projected to be a first round pick.
Yeah, he had 9.5 sacks, 62 tackles.
So that could be a good pick.
Could be a good pick. Then they drafted another linebacker from Montana State in the second
Oh,
round.
he's nice. He's
Yeah,
very nice.
yeah, Troy Anderson. So that was
Yeah.
a good pick. They had a good draft. It was just Desmond Ritter was a head scratcher, and I thought they would have invested more in the O line too.
Yeah. I mean, Desmond Ritter could go on to be Russell Wilson. You know what I mean? But in my opinion, I'm just like, you're drafting this guy third round. So in my opinion, you draft a guy third round, you're expecting him to at least try to be
Be a
your
starter
starter
at some point.
Yeah.
Be a starter at some point because Dak was in the fourth round. So
Right.
if you draft a QB in the first 4 rounds now, you looking at him as he's talented enough to be a starter
to be
at
a
some
starter.
point.
And then you sign Mariota. So obviously Mariota's going to get hurt. So you know Desmond Ritter's going to have to play at some point. And it's like, you're going to be asking this kid to do a lot.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking the under for sure.
Yeah, I like the under 5 too. All right, let's move over to the Carolina Panthers over under 6 games. Irvin.
I'm gonna do another under on that one as well.
Damn, really?
Yeah, the Panthers got a good defense, bro, but I don't know. Sam Darnold is just saying it. He just can't get over the hump, bro. And is not the O line is terrible, but he does have the weapons. It's not like the Jets where he had damn CFL players on the outside. But
yeah,
it's just I don't know until they solved the quarterback situation. I honestly thought they was gonna go after Baker, but they didn't.
No, I think Darnold is better than Baker.
Yeah, Baker won a playoff game. Darnold haven't even looked like a playoff. He could take a team to the playoffs.
Well, I mean, he looked decent last year until all the injuries started piling up. And that kind of changed everything for Carolina. I think the biggest thing about Carolina was their offensive line stunk last year. So
yeah, that's why they drafted Icky. Oh, they drafted Matt Corral.
Yeah. They do got Corral to back up. But I don't think they're gonna throw Corral out there and to start.
Yeah, I don't think they should either, especially behind that O line. Well, Icky's gonna be good right off the bat. I think he could be like a Pro Bowl player right away.
Yeah.
They got Corral, they got Brandon Smith, they drafted the edge guy. They got Cade Mays from Georgia. That was a real solid pick.
I mean, they've drafted well, and Matt Rule's a good coach, dude. He is a good coach.
Yeah, he's looking like he's a good college coach. He's not looking like a good NFL coach.
Well, this is why when people are like, "Oh, Lincoln Riley's gonna go to the NFL soon," it's like, I don't know, dude, because I think there's like a clear separation between like good college and NFL coach, and like a guy like Harbaugh, like he's been to the NFL, he's done it, but you know, we're seeing it like with Herm Edwards down in Arizona State, like he's trying to run Arizona State like an NFL team, and like you can't do that.
It's not working. And then all those sanctions, yeah, that was a terrible hire.
Yeah, it's been awful, and this is Matt Rule's last year probably. If they don't make the playoffs, he's done.
They gave him a 6-year deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. If they don't show drastic improvement,
but the quarterback has been the biggest issue, and they couldn't stop the run very well last year either.
Yeah, that's true too.
So they got to fix that, and they got to be able to, score some points.
I think what's his name was hurt though. The guy that the lineman that they got 2 years ago, he was a high draft. He was a top 10 pick. Who? He didn't play that much last year. Was it his name up?
I thought they were gonna trade Christian McCaffrey, but
they've been shopping him. They trying to get some picks for him.
Yeah, but I mean, like, dude, at this point, like, trading for a running back, especially a running back that's on a big contract, like that's not a smart business decision. Dude.
Yeah, I know, and he's been getting hurt a lot. Brown, there we go. Derek Brown.
Yeah, but they need him to be healthy.
Yeah,
you got to be healthy, bro. Like, I don't know. I think Carolina's the one team in this division where, other than Tampa, where I could say like I could see the over happening, because Carolina, in my opinion, could be a 10-win team or it could be a 3-win team. They're somewhere in between there, dude. Like, I could see either scenario happening. You know what I mean? Because last year I had them 10-1 to win the NFC South, and it looked good through the first 3 weeks. It looked great. And my whole handicap was that they were gonna have an elite defense. And I thought Sam Darnold could do enough with the talent around him to score enough points to win enough games to win the division.
But it didn't happen.
It didn't happen. But I don't think their defense got significantly worse. So I think their defense will still be good.
Yeah, I think their defense definitely gonna be top 10.
And as long as Sam Darnold can stay upright and maybe he makes enough plays, because I've seen him make plays before. I've seen him make plays in college. I've seen him make plays.
His problem
in the
is
NFL.
when he starts turning the ball over too much, you get that Danny Dimes, Kurt Warner syndrome when he went to the Giants. It's just that turnover syndrome is horrible.
Yeah, no, I mean, in the NFL, you can't turn the ball over.
Yeah, that kills you.
Unless you're Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, because he's the best quarterback on planet Earth.
Because then one play later, you could throw a 90-yard dart.
Oh, man.
Shit. But I like the Carolina Panthers over 6. I think this is one of the few bets that we've talked about where I'm very comfortable going over. Because I think Carolina is easily a 7 to 8 win team. I don't see them winning less than 6 games.
Depends on their schedule, honestly.
Well, I got their schedule right here.
All right.
They open with the Browns, which they're not going to have Deshaun Watson, so that's a very winnable game.
Yeah.
Then they go at New York Giants, another winnable game. Then they go New Orleans Saints, winnable game. Then they go Arizona at home. Arizona is not good on the road in the east on the East Coast.
But they should beat the Panthers.
Then they got the Niners
Loss.
at home. And then they go to Los Angeles.
Loss.
Then
They playing the Chargers or the Rams?
The Rams.
They losing that game.
They could win that game.
They're not beating the Rams at home.
Then they go
Aaron Donald gonna have 5 sacks that game.
probably, yeah. And then they go back home. Then they have Tampa.
That's a loss.
Then they go.
They play Tampa tough though. Tampa don't just blow them out. So
Yeah, and then they go.
I don't see them winning that game though.
And then they go at Atlanta.
They could win that. I think they.
Or I'm sorry, they have Atlanta. Oh yeah, at Atlanta, at Cincy, Atlanta at home. Then they go to Baltimore. Then they got the Broncos. That's a winnable game.
But they're gonna lose.
And then they got a bye. And then they go to Seattle, Pittsburgh, Detroit. Damn, actually, they got a pretty tough schedule.
Yeah, see, I like that under. I like that 6 or under.
I mean, Browns, they can win the first 3. They can go 3-0. That's 3 wins right there. They could beat. They're gonna beat either Arizona or San Francisco at home. They're not gonna lose 2 in a row back to back.
If they do beat somebody, it'll be y'all. They're not beating the Niners.
They could beat the Niners, especially if Trey Lance is the quarterback.
Man, Trey Lance gonna ball out this year.
I doubt it.
Stay off my boy Trey Lance.
I doubt it. So yeah, we'll say they lose to the Rams. So we'll say they lose to the Rams. So at this point, they have 4 wins. Tampa Bay, they probably lose. Atlanta, they win. That's 5. At Cincy, they probably lose. Atlanta again, that's 6. And then at Baltimore, Denver, they probably lose. Then at Seattle, they could easily win. That's 7 wins right there. They could even beat Pittsburgh at home. That's 8 wins. They could beat the Lions at home. That's 9 wins. Yeah, I like the over here.
Nah, you going on a lot of ifs. I don't think
Everything's an if.
They not beating Pittsburgh, and I don't, honestly, even if the Browns don't have Deshaun Watson, I don't see them beating the Browns. I think the Browns D-line is gonna kill that O-line, and that'll control the game. And if they can't stop the run, the damn Browns got damn near 2 Pro Bowl running backs.
They had 2 Pro Bowl running backs last year, and they couldn't win games because their fucking quarterback couldn't throw.
Well, did they fire the offensive coordinator?
Their offensive coordinator is their head coach.
Oh, damn. Yeah. Well, he'll figure it out. What's his name? Kevin Stefanski?
Yeah, I mean, Stefanski's dope, dude. But
yeah, his play calling just got to get better.
He's had some head scratchers, like that game against New England last year, where the first drive, Nick Chubb has 3 carries and he runs for like 50 yards. And then the next 3 drives, he only has 1 carry combined, dude.
Yeah, I think a lot of these play callers just overthink it, man. They just gotta ride the hot hand. Like most people, like a lot of the OCs in college, you ride your hot hand till they figure it out or adjust, and then you adjust off what you're doing. But a lot of these NFL OCs play callers overthink a lot.
All the time, bro. We see it all the time. All right, let's move on to the Saints over under 8 games here.
Man, that's gonna be tough because Jameis got to stay healthy. Because if Taysom Hill is a quarterback for multiple
They're
games,
screwed.
that dude is he. Oh man, that dude is trash. Yeah, I think they supposed to be moving him to tight end, right, or something like that.
Well, I mean, that's what he should have been. That's why. That's why
Yeah.
Sean Payton bounced, dude. He got Jason. He got him. He got Taysom Hill paid, and he's like, "Fuck, I made a bad decision, dude. I'm out."
Yeah, so I don't know. I think if Jameis Winston can stay healthy, they drafted him with some weapons. I don't know what they're doing with the wide receiver. What's can't guard Mike? What's his name? Mike Thomas.
Oh yeah, the Slant King.
So he's supposed to still be on the trade block and all this other stuff. You know, he's talking about he's a nuisance in the locker room. He came out, he tried to fight coaches and players. So
Jesus Christ, you gotta get rid of a dude like that.
yes, yeah. So I don't know. He turned in like when he is Teron's nephew. So I mean, not Teron's. Your boy Keyshawn Johnson.
Oh shit.
That's his nephew. So I don't know. Hopefully he can get it together. He could be he showed he could be a top 5 wideout. So I don't know. It's because just Saints is a head scratcher because they lo and behold they got the best defense in the division
Yep.
on paper. Of course, the Buccaneers have more talent on paper, but their secondary is dirt. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to just push that one. I think they're gonna be. I could see them winning 9 games though.
Yeah. So they
It all depends on Jameis. If Jameis healthy, that O line plays a little bit better. I don't know, but Kamara is definitely getting suspended. That's another thing you got to factor in too because of that Vegas stuff.
Yeah, he's gonna get suspended for sure.
At least 4 games. I'm gonna have to do under. If they missing Kamara for 4 games or more, even with a healthy Jameis, yeah, I'm gonna do the under.
Yeah, I kind of like the under 2. They open at Atlanta, then they got Tampa, at Carolina, Minnesota, Seattle, Cincy, at Arizona, Vegas, Baltimore, at Pittsburgh, and then they, you know, when they go or never mind, they got Vegas at home. Baltimore, at Pittsburgh, Rams, at San Francisco, at Tampa. Then they have their bye on December 11th. Then they go Falcons, at Cleveland, at Philly, Panthers to close out the season. I think they go under.
Yeah, I think they go under, especially him getting suspended.
Plus Dennis Allen, head coach. That didn't go well the first time, dude. Could it change? Sure, but I don't know, dude. This team's their defense is only getting older, right?
Yep. And then
their offense. Go ahead, Irv.
They drafted mostly for offense too, so their first 2 picks was offense, which they needed.
They had to. That offense was so garbage last year.
Yeah, they needed a tackle and they definitely needed another wideout. So, but they drafted mostly a slot guy. Now we're gonna see if Olave could play outside. He definitely has the speed and the route running ability. He just got to be able to handle getting jammed and all that good stuff and how to fight through that. So he can definitely be a good pick.
Yeah, he's no Drake. He's no Drake London.
He's not that big, so I think Wilson was a better receiver on the outside for me personally. But he got drafted to pick before him.
I don't know. Because you know why is because all these GMs they get so obsessed with speed, dude.
Yeah, but he's a real good route runner too, though. So I like his separation. I like his intangibles.
But separation in college and separation in the NFL is a lot different.
I know, but he's a good route runner though. He was probably the first or second best route runner in the draft. Because Jameson Williams, when he's healthy, that dude's routes is pretty damn good too. But we'll see. I'm gonna go under because Jameis' health is being a factor, and then not having Kamara for 4 games, so that's gonna really hinder their offense. Not having him due to that off the field issue.
Yeah, I'm gonna go under too.
Yeah,
all right, let's go to our last team here. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 11.5 wins, dude.
Run down their schedule for me.
Let's see here. We got open at Dallas. Then they go to New Orleans. Then they're at home against the Packers, at home against the Chiefs, at home against the Falcons. Then they go to Pittsburgh, to Carolina. Then they get Baltimore, Rams, Seattle. Or they get Baltimore, Rams at home. Then they go to Germany to play the Seattle Seahawks on the 13th of November. Then they have a bye. Then they go to Cleveland in November 27th.
Okay.
Then they're at home against New Orleans. Then they go to San Francisco on December 11th.
Hell.
And then they're at home against Cincy. Then to Arizona on Christmas Day. God damn it. Fuck. You mean I gotta watch the Cardinals lose on Christmas, dude? What the fuck are they doing to me, dude?
So sad. Oh man, I'm thinking.
And then they go, and then they are at home against Carolina, and then they close at Atlanta on January 8th.
That 11.5 is kind of tricky. I'll just do 11 wins because they're gonna go 6-0 in the division, so that's 6 wins. Then they gotta play the Rams, the Browns, the Cowboys. They're gonna beat the Cowboys.
Packers, Chiefs. They have a pretty tough non-conference schedule.
Yeah, I got them right at 11 because that non-conference is pretty damn tough.
The good thing is they get the Rams at home, they get Baltimore at home, and then they get Seattle in Germany. Which, I mean, in Germany, anything could happen.
But they lost Marpet. They lost Alex Kappa.
Yeah, I think talent-wise, they're not as good as last year. But their division, like you said, dude, their division sucks so fucking much.
Their division is terrible. Yeah, they're going to go undefeated in the division. If they lose the division game, that should be a red flag for me. But they left tackle is trash. I don't know who they're going to do. They got Wirfs, who's probably top 1 or 2 right tackles in the game. Hopefully he could come back healthy off the injury because I really like him. So if they don't re-sign Smith, they might kick him out the left tackle after this year. But yeah, Smith is terrible.
Do you think Godwin and they also lost Gronkowski, who hasn't said he's going to come back yet?
And they lost Gronk too. He might come back because Brady came back. We'll see.
Yeah, he might come back at the like right before training camp.
Yeah, because he don't really need an off season. He's one of those guys that can just show up and play. So I don't know. It's a lot of variables, man. The defense should be a little bit better. The losing Sue is definitely gonna hurt against the run, though. So, but they got Hicks, so from the Bears, he's definitely a good run defender. So
he's old though.
Yeah, he is pretty. Yeah, but he's 34, 35, and he's not the same player. He ain't the same pass rusher, but he's still pretty good against the run. I don't know. I'm gonna just leave it at 11.
Yeah, I think this one's too close to play. Like if I were to play it, I would probably play the under, just because anything at 11.5, I don't play. That's just a rule of mine. But I would probably play the under. Yeah, I'm with you. Like their division just sucks so much. Like they get 6 free wins, so it's like it's almost tough. Like, are they gonna go 5-1 or, are they gonna go 5-1 out of conference, 5-2? I probably not. They may go 3-4. You know what I mean? Out of conference. So I don't know. This one's too close, dude. Too close for comfort. I just hope they lose on Christmas Day.
Definitely too close for me.
And hopefully they just lose on Christmas Day. That's all that matters, dude. Fuck all that other shit. All right, let's talk some college football, dude. So in a couple weeks, we're going to really start to preview each conference over-under win totals once they start to, like, really come out. We don't have a ton of futures out for college football. However, we do have college football playoff championship odds out. We have a lot of consensus around most of the sports books. However, some of them do vary, except for a few of them. So I'm gonna run down a quick list of them, or let's talk about them. Before we talk about them, let me just list the top 5 here. So Alabama Crimson Tide plus 200, obviously heavy favorites, returning most of their starters. Georgia Bulldogs, it varies book to book, but it's around plus 350, plus 340, depending on where you look. Ohio State around plus 450, plus 500. Clemson Tigers plus 1,400 about. Texas A&M plus 2,800. USC plus 3,000. And then there's a ton of teams that are basically like Oklahoma, Michigan, Notre Dame, Utah, Oregon, Wisconsin, Texas, which are basically plus 5,000 to plus 8,000 around there in odds.
What's USC?
Plus 3,000.
That'd be a good bet. Utah and USC put $100 on each of them. USC is probably more safe if we stay
No,
healthy.
this is to win though. To win the national
To win the
championship.
win the national
Yeah,
championship.
30
Oh
to
no, I
1.
thought that was just to make the playoffs.
30 to 1 to win.
Okay, 30-1.
It's not. I mean,
Like,
it's
that's
not.
like lightning in a bottle. Because I think the year LSU won it, let's see, well, it wasn't like super favorite.
Well, I mean, the one thing I will say about USC is that they should
Defense.
definitely win their conference.
Yeah, he definitely won in the Pac-12.
And with that, you're given a 1 out of 4 chance. So at plus 3,000, I think that's pretty good odds just to throw a couple shekels on because you have a pretty good chance of winning your conference. So you're obviously going to be in the big dance. And then there is enough talent on that team for them to compete.
Yeah,
It's
they just can't lose more than 2 games.
Yeah. So
There's no team outside of the Big Ten and the SEC that loses 2 games or more isn't ever going to make the playoffs. They made that abundantly clear.
mm-hmm. Yep. But I think Georgia got worse. Like, I don't even think Georgia's going to make the college football playoff.
It depends. Yeah, because they lost what 7 starters on defense, 7 or 8
Yeah.
starters on defense.
And that
But
carried
they all
their team. And they returned 8 starters on offense, but their offense was like, and they lost.
Yeah, the offense is up and down, is inconsistent. They lost one of their better receivers, Stetson Bennett. I'm not a believer in. He just happened to have a good game in the national championship.
Yeah.
I don't know. Replacing 8 starters on defense, that don't sound too good to me. So
Nope. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's
Yeah.
tough, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. Yeah, I don't think they probably win their division and lose in the championship game against Alabama or
Well, I
whoever
mean,
mixed up.
they still got to beat Florida and
Man, Florida,
Tennessee.
Florida is ass. They're not beating Georgia no time soon. They're not beating Georgia until they get a quarterback. They have everything else. O-line solid. They got solid wide receivers. They got solid running backs. They got a good to okay defense. They just don't have a quarterback. You're not going to beat upper echelon teams without having a good quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, they're +1. They're plus 10,000 to win the national championship. So, I mean, they're not great.
Yeah.
But
what's their odds to win the SEC?
no odds for that yet.
Okay, all right. But yeah, Florida's not beating Georgia.
Yeah, I doubt it. I think Georgia plays in the weaker conference, so they're kind of lucky there.
Yeah. Then does Georgia play Alabama this year? I don't think so. In the regular season?
Georgia, I don't think so. I don't believe so.
Yeah.
I think their odds would be a little bit far further if they did.
Okay.
Alabama plus 200, obviously returning a group of starters. They're also returning.
They have arguably the best offensive player and hands down the best defensive player in college football.
Yeah, hands down the best defensive player. He's going to go number 1 overall.
He should go number 1. But most teams that need a quarterback gonna always take. Most teams that need a quarterback gonna always overvalue that position more than an edge player. But Anderson is an absolute. If he was in this draft, he would have won number 1.
Oh, dude, consensus number 1, bro. It would have been easy. He would have been like minus 5,000 to be the first pick. Dude.
That dude's a monster.
Yeah,
he gonna be a Heisman finalist this year probably.
Usually I say like plus 200 for a team that you're predicting will win the national championship. That's not a ton of great value, but this could actually be a good value play because the further the season goes along, especially October, I think it's 11th when Alabama plays Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm.
They get Texas A&M at home. They're gonna beat the shit out of Texas A&M, especially after all this fucking Jimbo Fisher,
the NIL. Then this revenge game too because they lost to A&M last year.
Yeah, this line, like they put it out at some books. It opened minus 14.5. It's been bet all the way up to minus 16.5 already. That's sharp money on there too. I would still take Alabama minus 16.5 in that game because I think they're gonna fucking beat the dog shit.
They're gonna put it on. They gonna put it on A&M, and I think they're gonna do their best to put it on LSU too, especially with Brian Kelly being a first year head coach. Nick Saban gonna try to prove a point like, welcome to my world.
100%, dude. I absolutely agree. So I mean, I think plus 200 isn't a bad play at that kind of value because I do think Alabama is the best team in college.
Is Clemson getting a lot of love?
Well, Clemson, I mean, the books are kind of like leveraging themselves plus 1,400 because a lot of the public is going to come in on Clemson.
Yeah.
I do think Clemson will be better than last year, but I don't think they're gonna win I don't even think they're gonna win the ACC. I think North Carolina State's gonna win the ACC. So once those odds come out, I'm gonna be putting money on North Carolina State to win the ACC. Right now, North Carolina State plus 20,000 to win the national championship.
Damn.
I mean, North Carolina State, they were good last year. They returned basically everybody. They're only gonna be better. I'm not gonna put money on them to win the national championship, bro. They're not gonna do that. That's just throwing money away. But
It's not happening.
I like them to win the ACC. I think they're going to win the ACC. I don't think we get an ACC representative. If I had to give you 4 teams, I think are going to make the college football playoff next year. It's going to be Alabama, Ohio State, USC, and then I think it's a toss up between. I don't know.
No, Notre Dame lost. Nah, they not making it.
Nah, and they lost their head coach, dude.
They
And
lost
same
their
with
head
Oklahoma, dude. So, like, I think we see. It depends on who do you like out of the Big 12. Let me ask you that. Baylor or Texas?
I think Baylor's gonna probably win it. If I had to put a gun in my head and choose between Oklahoma and Texas, I'll do Oklahoma because they have more talent coming back. Plus, Venables is a good defensive coach, so you're gonna have them playing better on the defensive end. Their offense is probably gonna be kind of
because Oklahoma State has better odds to win the title than Baylor, which I think is crazy, dude.
Because Riley is very underrated because all his team do is win 9-10 games every year. It's just at the end of the year they just can't play defense to save their life and they always end up losing the game. So, and they lose on like the craziest ways, like punt
Every
returns,
time.
pick sixes and fumbles. It's like, damn, man, if they could just hold on
Yeah.
a couple more plays, they could win 11, 12 games and be in the college football playoff talk. So
I think that 4th spot is a toss.
yeah, the 4th spot is really up for grabs because honestly, if USC could go 11-1, 12-0, win the Pac-12, they'll be a 3, depending on what goes out.
That 4 spots between whoever wins the Big 12 will probably get it.
If the Big 12 winner could not lose more than one game and run the table, like if they lose a game early in the season, then run the table, then they'll be all right because they can't lose. Let's say Oklahoma's 8-0, 9-0, and they lose to Kansas State. That loss is going to look so bad that they're not going to give them a second shot at being in the playoffs. So
I don't think Oklahoma makes the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm just throwing that out there. If they was like undefeated and lose to like Kansas State or West Virginia, that's gonna ruin their playoff hopes. Now if they lose to like Baylor in a close game, like by a field goal or something like that, and then
they can still make it.
Run the table, and Baylor goes off and has a 9-10 win season, that loss won't look bad at all. So it all depends on who you lose to at what point in time in the season you lose. If you're not in the SEC or the Big Ten, you're not getting the benefit of the doubt. If you lose anybody that's not ranked, you're not getting the benefit of the doubt. They're gonna knock you down about 5-7 spots.
I was gonna say I might take A&M to be that 4th spot because I think the only game they might lose is that game against Alabama.
That's who I was gonna be leaning towards too because Jimbo has everything he needs. He has a good O-line, good run game, defense getting better every year. They upgraded the defensive line coach to defensive coordinator. I think he's gonna be a good one. They had the best recruiting class of all time, and a lot of those freshmen are going to play, especially the wide receivers. They coming out of camp, they got two of their freshman wide receivers coming out of camp, 5 stars or starters right now. So I think
they ain't got nobody throwing to him though.
Yeah, the quarterback last year wasn't bad. He just turned the damn ball over too much. If he could reel that in,
they couldn't throw it.
Jimbo got to have more faith in him too, though, because he wanted them throwing all those slants and screens, and they just got to push the ball downfield. They're gonna heavily depend on their run game.
What's his name again? Fucking.
He got a rear. I gotta look it up, but he has talent. His coaches just got to believe in him.
It's like Zach something, dude.
But that freshman they got, he was doing pretty good in training camp. He already 2nd string. Connor Wegman. He was a 5-star from Texas.
Zach Daniel.
Yeah, that's his name. So we'll see. But what's the name transferred? He might be pushing him. Max Johnson, the dude from LSU.
Oh yeah, Max Johnson.
Brad Johnson's son. We might have to. Let me see. Who's the starter right now coming out of spring.
I don't think they have a starter.
Is it gonna be Haynes King? So it's between Haynes King and Max Johnson.
Good luck to good luck to A&M. Nah, they got a lot of talent around. So I mean, you're really only asking the quarterback to do so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he just got to be able good enough to not lose games for him. That's all they need.
All right, let me throw some long shots out to you that you think may have a chance here. So we got LSU plus 10,000, Miami Hurricanes plus 8,000, Penn State plus 8,000, Ole Miss plus 12,500, Michigan State plus 15,000, Arkansas plus 15,000, UCLA plus 20,000.
What about Michigan?
Michigan is they're like in that next bunch, that plus 6,000.
That'll be a good long shot bet because they made the playoffs last year.
That's not a long shot though. That's like they have the eighth best odds
with plus 8,000.
Yeah, 6,000.
What about Utah?
Utah is plus 8,000. They're
okay.
10.
So they kind of like that next tier. What about Oregon?
Oregon plus 8,000 as well.
Oh well, they all like Sam, but Bo Nix ain't winning you shit.
Same with Wisconsin plus 8,000.
Long shot. I'll say Michigan State. They was close last year.
You don't think they're gonna get worse?
Nah, they lost Kenneth Walker though.
Yeah,
oh man, yeah, I don't like that pick. I gotta do some. Who else was he said? Michigan State.
Well, I just threw out some long shots for you.
Who's LSU? LSU. They got the talent.
Plus 10,000.
Yeah, I'll go LSU. Jaden Daniels has talent. I don't think he's gonna win the national championship though. But if I was to pick a team out of all the ones you just
picked, starting?
Just looking at it off the top of my head, he's not. He might not start, but I think it's between him and Miles Brennan who's gonna be the starter. But yeah, just they the most talented team out of all those teams that you named, and they just got a proven head coach who wins 10, 11, 12 games a year. He just can't win the big one. And he has recruiting.
It's easier to recruit at LSU though than it is Notre Dame.
Way easier. So I think they might have a shot with Brian Kelly. Are they gonna win it? No. If I had to pick a team, it'll be them.
All right, let's get some best bets, dude. I know you got a best bet.
My best bet for tomorrow, I'm gonna take the Rays money line versus the Yankees and the under as well.
And the under, he's on double dipping on there. All right, my best bet. I got a best bet for Tuesday, June 14th. We're gonna go under 11 runs. Colorado versus Cleveland. Shane Bieber is pitching for Cleveland. He has a 2.23 ERA and 44.13 innings pitched on the road. And the Rockies have gone under 6 times in their last 10 games, and 2 of their last 3 at home. And Zenzatella is gonna be on the mound for Colorado. There's Coors Field, it's always bound for a lot of runs, but I think we're gonna be held under runs here. I think the Guardians will probably win this game 8-0, so we'll go under 11 here. And I like that.
Sounds like a good bet to me.
Yeah, that's the only bet I've looked at so far that I really like. If you want more bets, follow me on Twitter at JordanRulesTSP. I might be dropping some more tomorrow. I've been very picky about what I've been betting. I've been crushing the College World Series, Irvin.
Man, that College World Series is a crazy. I wouldn't bet on none of that shit. You said what if somebody scored 8 runs in 1 inning and still lost the game?
No. They hit 8 home runs and still lost, dude.
Oh, see, that's terrible.
Because they gave up 8 runs in 1 inning, and it was the difference in the game.
And then you sent me one game. The final score was like 25-24 or something.
That was UCLA versus Oregon State. It was 23-21 was the final score, and UCLA scored 12 runs in the bottom of the 9th. Dude.
Yes, I'm not betting nothing on college baseball.
Notre Dame, dude. Notre Dame took out Tennessee. Tennessee was like consensus number 1. That was like the best team in the country. They were like only plus 250 to win it all. Notre
Damn.
Dame goes in there 70-1 to win it all. Fucking knocks out Tennessee in Tennessee.
Yeah, college baseball is totally
It's dope,
unbelievable.
dude. I'm getting really into it, bro. Because I usually always watch the College World Series. This is like the first time I've watched like the super regionals and stuff. And then like I kind of like I was following along a little bit the regular season. I didn't watch a single fucking game. I'd be lying to you if I said I did. But there's a lot you could read about. But I mean, dude, it's a fascinating game, bro, because like anything can happen. Like you're down 8 runs in an inning, dude. That's like nothing in college baseball. It's like, all right, let's go up and smack some home runs.
You said they scored 12 runs in one inning.
In one inning, dude. The bottom of the ninth, 12 runs.
Did they just leave the pitcher in? Like, did they sub
No, it's because in college, dude, like the relievers aren't that good because you're recruiting like starters.
Okay, starters. So everything is based on the starter. So if the starter gets shelled, you got to go to the bullpen.
But
it's about to be.
But then you get starters that go like 9 innings. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like easily.
Like when Tennessee had those Al Leiter's son. I mean, wasn't Tennessee? Was it Vanderbilt?
Vanderbilt.
Yeah. Had Al Leiter's son and the other kid, and they just rolled both of them to the national championship.
Yep. And that's why people thought Tennessee was gonna be good because they have like 3 solid starters, dude. But they couldn't get out of it. And Oregon State too. Oregon State they lost to Auburn tonight. Oregon State has some of the best pitching in the country. They couldn't hit enough to win the game. So I like Stanford, dude. Stanford fucking rakes, bro. They got Brock Jones. He's gonna be a first round draft pick this year. Fucking kid can. Dude, he hit 3 home runs the other night against UConn.
Oh, future Dodger. What position he played?
Outfield.
Oh yeah, trade Cody Bellinger, get that pick, get a pick, extra pick.
Yeah, but I mean, like, dude, these guys take a little while to develop because Major League pitching is a lot different than college, bro.
He gonna be all right. He gonna come in beasting.
I don't know. He's probably gonna go like in the late first round though. He's not gonna be like high first round draft pick. Andrew Jones's kid is gonna be the number 1 pick.
Oh, okay.
His name is Drew
Jones.
Jones.
Andrew Jones' son about to be the number 1 pick.
Yeah, bro. He's in high school right now, but he's fucking raking, bro. Number 1 pick.
Like 5-something, 600 something.
Yeah, it's stupid. His like OPS is like 2 point something, dude. It's
yeah, you like Ken Griffey Jr.
It's like beyond normal, dude. And then the first college player gonna be drafted, actually, by the way, he's from Cal Poly.
Mm-hmm.
He's really good shortstop.
They always got a good program.
They got a decent program. I mean, California schools are always the best schools.
Yeah, because we the best state for baseball ever.
Yeah, it's just hella funny though because UCLA always has like the most talent every year. They never make the College World Series.
Damn, that's crazy. What was their odds this year to win it?
Dude, they were like 4th highest odds, dude. They had like the 4th best odds. And they didn't even make it out of the first round of the Super Regional, dude.
They always choke for some reason.
Always, bro. USC's gonna be
good
too.
Jordan told me this a while ago, and I didn't know that Tom Brady and Barry Bonds went to the same high school.
Yeah, Sarah High School.
Damn, that's crazy. The 2 GOATs went to the same high school.
Dude, funny story, dude, before we get out of here. So I went to a public school in the South Bay. My coach, he played college football, so he had like this massive ego, like huge head, dude. And he had this like genius idea. He's like, oh, let's play Sarah High School. And so we played Sarah High School, bro. We lost the game like 77-3. It was so bad, bro. Like we could not move the ball. We could not stop.
Damn, who was on that team?
Dude, they were hella good, bro. Like we're all out there and we're like, dude, this is crazy, bro. Like this is playing a college team. Like it legitimately is. And like, you know, my school's a bunch of dudes that nobody went on to play college football. So
yeah, I watched my high school when I go up against some teams. Like, yeah, why are we on the field with this team? We played against Rancho Verde. We played against Crenshaw, and they had DeAnthony Thomas. That dude was unreal in high school. Like he was like damn near NFL speed in high school. Like,
I mean, that's how you know that the guys are gonna make the next level when they completely dominate you, dude. It's like, okay, that guy's good, like really good.
Yeah, they had Hayes, they had Black Mamba, they had the other dude that went to UCLA. Yeah, they were stacked that year. They should have won state, but Black Mamba got hurt in the title game against Green Helmets. Won like 200 some games.
Oh, De La Salle?
De La Salle. That's who we lost. That's who they lost to.
Yeah, they're always pretty good.
But they fell off now though. It's another team in the Bay that dominate football now.
Who?
I gotta look it up, but De La Salle haven't been to state in a couple years.
Very good. Rome has to fall at some point, dude. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like the Bay's like not really a football area like he once was.
Oh no, they finally. Oh no, that wasn't them.
So I'm trying to think of like who it would be because it's like Bellarmine, Valley Christian, St. Francis.
Oh, Sarah, that's who made it.
Sarah, yeah, that's a good school, bro. That's a good school.
They lost 44-7 this modern day though, but they made the state championship.
Yeah, modern day is a whole different beast. Dude. Modern day is like a state power. All right, we're gonna get the fuck out of here. Y'all have a beautiful Tuesday. Let's win some money. I'll be back tomorrow night. Me and Ben are going to be previewing the Stanley Cup Game 1, Avs, Lightning. Cannot wait for the Stanley Cup Final. It's going to be great. And we will, Wednesday night, I'll be back with Irvin and maybe Eddie. And we'll be talking about Game 6, Boston Celtics versus Golden State Warriors. Make sure to go to Tavour.com or download the Tavour app straight to your mobile device and use promo code Taproom for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. For Swervin, Irvin, Washington, I'm Jordan. Stacks on Stacks on Stacks. Lads, we will see y'all later. Have a great night. Peace.